Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, and welcome to Trovita Island here in the Orange Islands as the Trovita Cascade are hosting the first place Olivine and the Aura are going to start out with Duraludon and Bronzong, whereas Blastos and Gyarados are starting out for the Trovita Cascade. Now both of these sides are top 8 sides who should be going into the Grand Trials, into the Championship Trials next week. But let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win today. Will it be the Olivine or will it be the Trovita Cascade? Gyarados, following up on Duraludon's attack there, he's going to go with the guard split. Gyarados is focusing in on Duraludon there, so it shares its guard with Duraludon. Blastos coming up behind Gyarados is going to go with the tri-attack. This won't be very effective on Duraludon here, as not many very attacks are effective on the Olivine Ore, but it will leave Duraludon with a burn, so that's actually a good start to the battle for the Trovita Cascade. Bronzong now going to go with the Muddy Water. This is going to hit both Gyarados and Blastos. It's not very effective on the water types though. And Duraludon taking damage from that burn. Now I was saying both sides are in the top 8, but the Trovita Cascade, if they lose here today, can actually slip out of the top 8, and the Striaton Spring could potentially come up into the top 8 if they win their game. The court change from Duraludon will fail. Gyarados looking to capitalise. Is going to go with the Scald. It will get the stab boost being a water type move. And this could actually leave Bronzong with a burn. A decent hit there, but it doesn't leave Bronzong with that burn. Blastos is going to follow up. Going with the Core Enforcer. Signature move of the Legendary Zygarde. Decent hit on Duraludon there, taking it down into the yellow. Not very effective on Bronzong, however. Bronzong now going to go with the Lava Plume. This is going to hit everybody on the field. Looks like it actually did more damage to Duraludon than it did anyone else, but it did get that critical hit on Blastos and leave Gyarados with a burn. And Duraludon, taking more damage from its own burn, gets taken down into the red. As always, this is a 6-on-6 Metronome battle, and if we hit the 20-minute time limit, we will go into single battle overtime. The Olivine have actually gone into overtime before, and they lost that game. One of the 4 games they've lost all season, and again, Duraludon fails a move. Gyarados now is going to go with the Wood Hammer. Goes for Bronzong with that hit. Almost gets Bronzong into the yellow with that not very effective attack, and Gyarados gets some recoil. Blastos now going with the Power Swap. Goes for Bronzong as well. So all stat changes to their special attack and attack will be switched. I'm not sure they've actually had any stat changes yet, as we're going to get a Zing Zap from Bronzong. This will be super effective. Goes for Blastos, and Blastos is eliminated just like that. Gets a critical hit. Blastos taken down. A very impressive hit there by Bronzong. Duraludon taking more damage from its burn, as will Gyarados. But the Trovita Cascade need to get some quick eliminations here. The Olivine Ore, such a strong side all season. They've had 13 wins. Like I said, they've only lost 4 games. 2 of those sides can't even qualify for the Championship Trials. So the Olivine Ore are going in first place, very confident as Vaporeon comes out for the Trovita Cascade. Duraludon going with a Confide. Confiding in the evolution there. Vaporeon will have its special attack lowered. And Vaporeon is very powerful in its special attack, having 110 special attack stat. As Gyarados goes with a skill swap. So Gyarados' Moxie will go to Bronzong, and Gyarados gains the Levitate, but Gyarados is already immune to ground type attacks. So that actually may benefit Bronzong if it can capitalize on getting some eliminations. Vaporeon goes with the Cotton Guard. So Vaporeon will boost its defense stat here. Bronzong can get elimination. That Moxie ability will boost its attack stat. Bronzong sets up for a Phantom Force, so it'll vanish from the field. It'll go for this Phantom Force in the next turn. Duraludon taking more damage from that burn, but it's still hanging in there. Gyarados suffering from a burn of its own. Now, Trovita Cascade actually had a pretty slow start to this season, but they've done really well to work themselves into the top 8 for the Championship Trials. Again, they don't want to lose here today. They want to try and keep their chances alive. Duraludon performing the Pedal Dance onto Vaporeon. They're taking it down into the yellow. Super effective hit. Gyarados needs to focus on Duraludon here. It won't be able to hit Bronzong. Goes with a Charge Beam, but it does go for Bronzong, who avoids the attack thanks to that Phantom Force. Vaporeon goes with the Grass Knot. It will go for Duraludon with that move. It could potentially finish it off here, and it does. So Duraludon has been eliminated with that not very effective move. Fantastic hit there by Vaporeon as Bronzong goes for its Phantom Force onto Gyarados, taking it down into the yellow. And Gyarados still suffering from the effects of that burn. The Olivine are now sending out their third Pokemon, and it's Excadrill coming to join Bronzong on the field. You've got to think Excadrill will go first. It can be a very agile Pokemon. It's actually the second quickest Pokemon on the Olivine as it goes with a workup. So Excadrill boosts its attack and special attack as soon as it comes onto the field. Excadrill has that 135 physical attack stat, so it can hit very hard. That fake out from Gyarados will fail. Vaporeon now goes to the Electrify, which also fails. Bronzong could capitalize on this wasted opportunity by the Trovita Cascade and goes with the Retaliate. Going for Vaporeon here. Taking Vaporeon down into the red, a decent hit with that Retaliate, as Gyarados is also taken down into the red with that burn. Bronzong and Excadrill both in the green. It is still a 5 versus 5 battle. Both teams having lost one Pokemon so far. Excadrill going to go with a Blaze Kick. This won't be very effective on the water types, but it will get the elimination. Gyarados has been taken down by Excadrill. A very impressive hit there. Vaporeon now looking to avenge its teammate is going to go with a Guard Swap. Focusing in on Bronzong here. So all those changes to their defense and special defenses has been switched. Bronzong now is going to go with the Psycho Cut. This should get the elimination. And it does, so Vaporeon has been taken down, and Bronzong is getting an attack boost here. That Moxie ability coming in handy. As we have Wailord now coming out for the Trovita Cascade. And it's going to be joined by Inteleon. Now the Olivine are taking a decent lead. Wailord is exerting its pressure. But it is now a 5 versus 3 battle. This is where the Olivine start to shine in matchups. They get that early lead and they just dominate sides from there. Inteleon will have the speed advantage. Goes with a Swift. It'll hit both Olivine Pokemon, but it's not very effective. Bronzong is taken down into the yellow though. Excadrill is going to perform the Lunar Dance. This is horrible for the Olivine who've been building awesome momentum. Excadrill is going to take itself out of the matchup and leave Bronzong on the field by itself for now. Wailord has the opportunity to focus in on Bronzong, and it's going to go with the Oblivion Wing. It's not going to do a great deal of damage to Bronzong, however, as it's not very effective. Bronzong, now with that boosted attack stat, it's going to go with the Drill Run. Goes for Inteleon here. Taking Inteleon down into the yellow. The Olivine are about to send out their 4th Pokemon. So the Trovita Cascade is still in this. It is 4 versus 3 as they send out Ferrothorn. Now Ferrothorn has that grass typing that will be advantageous to the Olivine. Inteleon though, still with the speed advantage on the field. It is the fastest Pokemon across these two sites. It's actually the only Pokemon with a speed stat over 100. Has 120 speed. Now Wailord going with the Mind Reader. And it takes aim at Bronzong with that Mind Reader. Bronzong now with its chance to respond is going to go with the Night Daze. And it is responding to Wailord with that attack. Ferrothorn going with a Mega Punch. Goes for Inteleon here, and it gets the eliminate, and it's super effective. Mega Punch. I have to admit that doesn't make a great deal of sense, but it gets the elimination regardless, as Milotic comes out as the last Pokemon for the Trovita Cascade. Ferrothorn with a very impressive hit on Inteleon. There's now a 4 versus 2 battle again. This is where the Olivine will shine. Absolute domination so far, but Milotic is going to go with the Glare. It's going to leave Ferrothorn paralyzed. This could be a good play if Ferrothorn can't attack. Wailord now going with the Disable, which is going to prevent Ferrothorn from using its Metronome, so it's also going to be struggling. Now Bronzong goes with the Water Shuriken. This won't be very effective. It's a multi-hit move going for Milotic. Hits once. It's got 2. It's got 3. It only gets 3. Not very effective whatsoever. Now Ferrothorn's Metronome is disabled, so it's unable to use it this turn, regardless of its paralysis. The Trovita Cascade need to try and get some fire-type attacks out. As we get a lick coming from Milotic. Goes for Ferrothorn here. Another move that does minimal damage to the steel types, and those iron barbs end up doing damage to Milotic. Get a Quiver Dance now coming from Wailord. Have to think with the way this battle's going, it's not very good for the Trovita Cascade, so if they do lose, they just have to hope that the Striaton Spring either lose or do not get enough points in their victory, as we get a Rock Rocker coming from Bronzong. Going for Milotic here, Milotic holds on. I genuinely thought it was about to be eliminated, but Ferrothorn's going to follow it up with a struggle, and Milotic is now taken down, which means Wailord is all by itself. Ferrothorn gets recoil damage from that move, but it is now a 1 versus 4 battle. Wailord has a huge task ahead of it if it can get at least one more elimination to try and help out the Trovita Cascade. Instead it goes for a Sweet Kiss, which Ferrothorn is able to avoid now. Bronzong is recharging and Ferrothorn is paralyzed, so nobody does anything on that turn, which will give Wailord a quick another chance, but that could also be a benefit to the Olivine. Petal Blizzard now coming from Wailord. That's not very effective on the steel types. Bronzong looking to follow up. And it's going to go with a scratch attack. It does have a boosted attack stack, so it gets in a decent hit there, taking Wailord down into the yellow, and Ferrothorn's going to follow it up with a struggle. Ferrothorn does get recoil damage, but it looks like they're just chipping away at Wailord here. Everyone on the field right now is in their yellow health. And Wailord has the speed advantage over the steel types at the moment and goes with a drill pack. Going for Bronzong with that move, doing minimal damage still. Those defensive stats and just being a steel type is huge. As we get a Flare Blitz now coming from Bronzong. Now it won't be very effective, but that doesn't matter because it still gets the job done. Wailord has been eliminated. The Olivine seem to be in control all of this matchup, and they head into the championship trials with a 3-game winning streak. A big victory today. They finished the season with 14 wins, only 4 losses. The Trovita Cascade have to hope that it goes bad for the Striaton Spring and that they can stay in the top 8. They want to qualify for the championship trials. They will be going, if they go in, they'll be going in with a wild card position, so they will not be able to afford losing any game in the championship trials. The Olivine will get a bye in the first week, so they instantly go to the second week of the championship trials. So you know they'll end up with at least a top 4 position. Sorry, a top 3 position in fact. But fantastic. The Olivine in control all matchup. The Trovita Cascade need to bounce back from this if they hope to do anything of importance in the championship trials. The Olivine are dominating all season. They have to be the favourites to win the first ever grand trial in the Elite Challenge League. But Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field. And if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe. But more importantly, always remember, you are awesome. And I will speak to you next time.